Okay, I got a pretty cool new feature to show you with CW Proposal today. It is all about adding thumbnail photos to line items. So if you look at the screen here, we have our proposal that we use with the fictitious names so that YouTube doesn't kill the video. If we scroll down and look at our items here, uh, on a lot of the items we have uh, photos that are attached to a line item that we can look at. For example, there's 11 of them here on the remove existing deck. But the new thing that's been added is this button right here that says thumbnail. See that? That's the magic button. So if we select this item and then we hit thumbnails on the line item, it'll ask us how many thumbnails do you want to show maximum. Now you can put as many as you want. I suggest doing like 5 because then you don't get a scroll bar or anything. But like we could do, even if let's say we do 100 here on this one, I think there's only 11 of them. In my case, there's only 11 here. So see, then it'll put a scroll bar and it shows them all. Now, the reason I say not to do too many or not to put this on too many line items is, of course, it makes it slower to open the proposal. I did optimize this so these thumbnails are coming down in super low resolution. So like if we zoom in on this and look at it, you can't even read the words. So those are tiny files because I cranked the resolution way down on those because we should only ever be looking at them really small like that. Now, the reason I did this was, the user can click on this little icon right here and get this carousel of 11 photos, but I don't think they see that a lot. And if we put a few here, if they click on this, it'll actually open that same carousel. It'll scroll to the actual photo they clicked on, and it still shows all 11 of them. So let's say, right now we're showing all 11 thumbnails right here, which, it'll scroll all the way to the end one if we click that as the end. But if we take them back off of this item and then we put it back, it's going to ask us again how many. And let's say we just show 2 and say, okay, it's just going to show the first 2. So however they are named in alphabetical order, it's going to show the first 2. But if I click on the second one, it's going to scroll to the second one, but the list still has the whole 11. The carousel has all 11 of them in here that it opens to. So, and like I said, you might not want to get too carried away because things start to look pretty busy. You can select multiple. If I select this number 1 and I hold down the shift key and I hit 7, that selects all the line items. And then if I hit thumbnails, I can put this in here and let's say we put, a big number so it puts them all. That's going to put all the thumbnails on all the items that we have. It didn't find any on drawings permits, so it didn't put any on that one. But see, it puts them all on here. Now this starts to get a little busy looking and starts to look like a Walmart shopping cart with too many images in it. So my recommendation is that you kind of minimize and only show a couple just to enhance people to click on them. So just don't get too carried away. Because here's another thing to think about too. If you add these in, like right here, let's add them in. Let's say we just do the maximum 5. The cool thing about when you do 5 is there's not going to be any scroll bar here, so that takes up a little extra space too. But this number 10 one is something to pay attention to here, because see how this had an image that we placed in there of Trek's signature railing. Now that's over top of some of these images. So what you'd need to do is open this up. Remember, the handles are still here to move this around. Move this photo down so it's not over top of that anymore. And maybe scrunch this up a little bit. And then you save it like that. And that'll be done that way. Also, if you create template line items and you have this turned on, it'll save that turned on. So then if you add it again later on, it'll add it with the images turned on. So it's up to you whether you want to have those on or off. But I just thought this would be kind of a cool thing to draw people's attention, and they're definitely going to know there's some images there. So, be interesting to hear your thoughts on that.